African Development Bank or Pamicho or say Mamin Jai Jumano or Fred President Kufuose or Nemin Kasa say Mamin Jai Jumano and Bagana Bium. But me country say since a party no in here me say membrambe boade minti me kasa member me resign here and me samba and me be a juma as running mate. Ye bae munyina nim say NDC for omuko wiye mo ewo 2012. Eninti ye endi nkunim so ye call Supreme Court semokai you and I were not there. Mina me kodi adansi ye Emma party no star witness. Mina me ye pink sheet no so me lead team no na ye pink sheet no ejuma no me call Supreme Court eko di adansi eko defendi party no pa. Yang di nkunim but ye chire Ghana fo nyina say ye na ye wini 2012 election no ye wie misimu mikase minko baby abium metna Ghana na mabo campaign no me call lecture after lecture after lecture me the pressure egu NDC for so me country na Akufo-Addo say 2016 election yidie me pese ujai John Mahama emma me na me no yenko boot for 2016 election. Kukurudu na ushe party media ejuma me ye wo party mu me by the last 16 years me de me ho abo afore ama party 208 na me wo Bank of Ghana na me ye omo penyi governor no Abedi Chiri penyi no Abedi Chiri deputy governor of Bank of Ghana ena na Akufo-Addo be frame me o se mimbe ye na Abedi Chiri samre no na president Akufo ebedi 8 years na nipa bebre cast kire me say mama njai me ejuma no na mimbe ye running mate o say no party are breaking 8 no enti me ba ye ndi nkunim but me kanchire o mo say President Akufo ena appointing me deputy governor enti MPP here say meba abeboa na yenya letimi di nkunima mentimi nkase member enti me resigning me job ewo Bank of Ghana edebe ye running mate of the MPP me baye ye ndi nkunim so me hwehwe ejuma foforo me benya ejuma ewo African Development Bank omo de me ko Zimbabwe se me nkoye omo penyi ewo Zimbabwe. We was Zimbabwe and a 2012 beduye and an Akufo-Addo
oho eye Osha Obranoa Sima Ensia and Abo Edia Pano Nai ho aha eye Western Diamond Television Oman Mpuntuo Jumedie esu eni erensu atenase Oman Ghana nkomo aye bo ye peja wo manage na mpempenso papa nkomo yi eye nkomo a eye live e Ghana fa na nyinara and so what me join us our conversation we are. We can match us onya fonso yesan se ha ana omamu ni nyina na tie enkomo ekoso ofidua mu ase na omamu ni nyina no nso etimi etie do ma dwenkyere ba etewie yi ya da se pa se waka ye ho maye misa brono awodo a wo so a wo hwe no ejiri pa se na awie nso ho ayeboko divine selection akan and of course ye ntia asemboni bia ye o mining choni ni ntwa so the four corners of this country ye ntia asemboni bia ye enti e be fa ne se wo mine mu ayeboko na ba bia won so ayeboko empeso awodo nyina so ayeboko mensi na awodo nyina mu ayeboko afei the 16 regions wo memu ase nso ye gidi pa se emprempre aye ka se ho ayeboko ye tena sisa no a eye wo man Ghana Mpuntuo enkomo na enkomo ne be wie ya na fe ye de amanyosem kakra ne abamuo kakra enkomo nso ataachire na fe bibia timi adimu ntawie ye da sese wetimi join the biggest conversation nationwide ya na production team na say Michael Yaro ewo MCR Samuel Dingo mana prek technician on duty within the Osikani Frimpong Manso awienso ye da sese wakaye ho Jubedia ne kwara ni mu no for WhatsApp and a text message abra 0248071174 0248071174 eso eba ye beche brani akenka ho nsem ni nyina enso e de ama kai na hye no so say program no live and every YouTube Western Diamond TV live and to ko wa na wa bomode a subscribe to your channel no afọ wi a na wa share link ne de ama na fe wetimi abomode na o de message enso e de afa o e de abre there is a lot to discuss on our table and near edapono so mprempren Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and na wode epuemantem aproba wo bo nyina no abeba wieye na owie na obobu na ketem akopiem wonkran na wakwa akoye Greater Accra Regional Campaign nso na eno nso atimi ato aso nti enne no wode epuemantem mu aproba nyina ne ba wieye no he is expected to visit these 4 constituencies in the eastern region: Upper Menya Krobo constituency, Lower Menya Krobo constituency, Esrojaman constituency, and Afe Yilo Krobo constituency. You know, these are the 4 constituencies. Yeah, heard him say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia team no. Ede wamon sempano ebebo raho enne na amake the closure of the Eastern Regional Campaigner. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia right from last week, and this is what is happening down there in the eastern side of the country. Videos in the and of course, Fatu also said, baby, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bedrubiano, ye be ye senior amount for air budget show and afe, and someone the namono, send a amount for air son, seven the amount. And on your screen right now, some of the videos are emanating from the visit to the Eastern Regional way in Sawama Drojiri constituency. Honorable Frank Anodompre Empeswaso and so in the organization effect na clearly a chope said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the grassroots man. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nen samua waden namono resonate with the grassroots and they sa party for the ejiri tum no to abama na wasanso betu Franka and my party no and your boss would do what they say one the various constituencies are and on the abaka say the grassroots and the base of the party no in mpefe say betimi ahwa maniama nyina anso atimi akonkan and the my party for no one ewo ase ho no and no where some of the videos are a free Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Eastern Regional Campaign mu enso the Ebron Sawama Drojiri de no na o hwe no ye wi a ye be cause some other constituencies na videos e free oba ye nyina nso no na watimi ehunu ne ekokosi ene wade ni nyina no eba wieye epuemantem de no wade ni nyina no eba wieye ena all visit 4 constituencies in fact mame the other videos you should not stay on Sawama Drojiri for a long time wadaroma there are equally other videos from different constituencies in the Eastern Regional robetimi eyi etino near ocean in Sawama Drojiri de no etena no owie ewo Upper Menya Krobo na fei wako Lower Menya Krobo Sojaman and afei Yilo Krobo constituencies. That is it. O join here live on Western Diamond TV abusia obehunu ye videos ni bi na wa hwe the euphoria and afei the supporter party delegates and so edema Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia abra obowura epuemantem ho wode na probono enso emu ensem enso etu eja delegates and currently on your screen Suhum constituency and Honorable Frank Bequin Protozwa Nempeswa so o share ene okuta Frank wo him say constituency no delegate wo etimi age Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia tumpreko pa we hwe anigye ene osebo a free aye suhum constituency honorable protozoa mpeso aso no na eche opefe se Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia a force to reckon with, and clearly in past January 31st dear enkunimdie mapa and so ebeko ediama Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia na kwa diama the grassroots or the grassroots man enkunimdie no koma no a grassroots no na edi eye sa enkunimu no. And that is it. Videos no endorse, but a brain to know yemfa eno NCA na fe yembongra sem fufuro and rather ewo aye menhia His Royal Majesty Otumfuo say to the second and your back some months ago yenuan wo boko mentem ho asene ntokwa ne man homere so no Otumfuo ebo modern eto nsa de frɛ afanu a wo mo entrom ho ase a enam so ma ene basabasayo ene ho enkro ne ba ekoso e wobokoro na enkakran mediation process no His Royal Majesty Otumfuo said to the second nra yenya ntie se mediation process no ene abawie ye na anopai na yenya a press release from the Menchia Palace Yera Kofi Bedu Onono aye chief of staff aye Menchia Palace and Sasha na with your indulgence no yanye bre na yankenkan aye statement from the Menchia Palace with regards to aye Otumfuo's mediation no and for a month no say His Royal Majesty Otumfuo said to the second Asantehene today, that is December 1, rounded off his mediation effort in the Boku chieftaincy crisis with a face-to-face meeting between the contending parties at the Menchia Palace, Jubilee Hall, Kumasi. Chief Tarana John Winnie Gruma, Paramount Chief of Tarana Traditional Area and spokesperson of the Nairi, led a 30-member delegation to represent His Majesty Na Bohuku Mahami Abdullahi Shariga, the Nairi and overlord of the Mamprugu and the Mamprusis, while Naba Tambis Balung, Paramount Chief of Pusiga, led the delegation representing the Boku Naba Zugran Asigri Abugrago Azoka the second, and the Kusasi people. Honorable Cletus Avoka acted as spokesperson for the Kusasi delegation with Dr. Isa as spokesperson for the Nairi and Mamprusis. Both delegations comprised of chiefs, lawyers, academics, opinion and youth leaders. After spending several months listening to both parties present their argument in separate meetings, His Majesty had brought both sides to speak directly to each other in a final effort to explore a pathway to lasting resolution of the issues that have persistently determined the peace in the Boko traditional area. The meeting was held in a cordial atmosphere with both sides emphasizing the fact that they are one people who have no reason to be at war with each other. His Royal Majesty thanked both sides for their civility and maturity and urged them to remember that whatever the outcome of the mediation, they would have to live together as brothers and sisters. He urged the leaders to start preparing the minds of their supporters to be prepared to put an end permanently to avoidance and disorder in their communities. His Majesty announced that he would submit his report with his proposals to His Excellency President John Mahama in the next few days. He hoped that the President would act expeditiously and convene a formal meeting of all interested parties to announce the outcome of the mediation. signed Kofi Bedu, Chief of Staff at the Menchia Palace. And you know, when a press statement a free Menchia Palace by and His Royal Majesty Otumfuo said to the second, and mediation process no when nyina ba wiye na wode ba wiye no na woto sade frɛ afane afa na sabi aburu menteme ho ase ɛwɔ mo ntɛm no mpanimfo ɛda ma no ɛne ɔmo si nkonwa di nkomo ɛkyerɛ mo sɛ watie nsɛm no nyina na wode bibia ba wiye enrada no enti no wode ɛyɛ the full report ebema President John Dramani Mahama in the few days na wa expect say His Excellency ebeba modern na ene ayeka say wetimi are working on the proposals a report no mu say ebeyu a afani afanyina no wonhyi omo na wone omo ni nkomo emfa proposals a report no na fei wonhwe ma asomdue mapa enso entimi embra entino Otumfuo said to the second dear why na famu de awie report no what the bema President John Dramani Mahama now President John Mahama so taking up from there and that is what is emanating from the Menchia Palace with regards to the mediation process. Otumfuo said to the second and addition obokwa wamo mentemi ho ase eboru ahwa and Frimpong etu ni na esi ensem no mu a wahwe atoto niema wode whole report no ekoma His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama etino nefuru eba enso eno no in the few days no ya hwe nim se report no bekwa President John Mahama nsa na ya hwe nim so se President John Mahama nso be act upon the recommendation and the proposals in the reporter of 24 or say to the second and so at the bemanito that is it. Ya train there ya John Mahama enso ebeye ade afa ho se na ebeye asomdwe ma papa enso betimi aba boko ene ne mpatemu 21 minutes gone past 4 ya beko Pemsign Company Limited aso ya aba na ye ne ochemaba ASNCHL etimi edi nkomo aganwura na nkasa ninro ne bobo ne bosa na oba otimi wo se abrante ro eni abre obo no homodi yie pa na doctor dear mayente wonka doc mayente wonka mayente wonka na dwuma abrantie ebone de buragene ene entiase so yefuru a na fei ya tede ase nkomo no mu ankasa na awie ye ne NPP Takoradi Constituency Secretary Emmanuel Kwabla Tokonu ena ebesi nkonwa na yetimi yedi nkomo ye hwe President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia womo achievement at the road sector na your focus ni nyina na ebegina the ongoing dualization project and ye ufri kasua eba Winneba junction aban dada na ehye na ye wia ne aba be wie ewo ofanko to ye force nsanwam dualization project no crowd almost completed sa stretch no almost completed. And you know, you bet this and come on because and come on there, but you know, say, and yeah, a month for and this for no, my specific. But John Mahama, Basso say, what buy, you know, and yet, why shas ye quine. We need to set the record straight once and for all. Sa quine no, a bind that quine was shas, yes, oh, ye. But your President Mahama, a buyer 1 year munye, one far so more for more. Contractor across site our share CS or ye juma. Enti akwanya no de da dan Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia year woman wie no. Ena aban asesa contractor na to akwan ne so. Enti no mo bia nyina ba bi enka se eye yera John Mahama a project me pa cho that is not the issue. Mama yen twist fact no. We set the record straight. No bia timi nya ho entiase ye be ba ne abepeja san komo no yenkwe na yema ochemaba ASNCHL na yema na kwaba aganwura na nkasa enei watenase aganwura
blessed
na etesen
Oscar hwa ase na metoto me satoto me nan meti yefunu bibia ye okay
bibia hye ye
bi boni bi ansi ye
agan
yes sir
Samens vital about mixture and the capsules
oni meduro no
Samens about vital herbal mixture and capsules
Edronini.
and wa page akosoro no
Edronini.
enti pacho hwe aha enti se na tie ukọ na so pe bia ye be ya ma no enye we ya ento ye yi we ma wa to
yes sir
na tue sika no
blessed
na fa be fie na benom e say we ene agan na nkasa
sure
o pe dre bia to he fa na benya bia to
Oscar maminchia yahefo na etiefuo na edrei e fe no Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and capsules again. Baby, pharmacy shop will be a
Boraho.
Baby, herbal shop will be a
Boraho.
Even over the counter medical sellers.
Boraho.
Baby, only say 200 rubia.
Boraho.
Catch and say open Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and then capsules. E didn't wapa. E to the catch and say open again. And as a catch and say open.
Pemsan.
Ejan.
Pemsan.
Yes.
Again.
Eduro na Pemsan Company Limited the abano.
That's right.
Eni bi na ope.
All right.
Eduro na tupa in say na tie no. Na mixture no en say na tie no.
Okay.
O de hwe twamfoni ni ma mesesi a twa. Na fa to fo no so kwa. Famfoni ni kire ne o pharmacist ni say eduro bi na ope sempo.
Eno ano no. For doctor number studio na fe enti sim komodo.
Okay. Doctor number can say 0244
0244
0244 718 557 0244 718 557 and 0241 604 702 604 702 Pemsan Company Limited ya de agan abedwaso no me ba doctor ankasa no number and am dia ma wo all right Oscar na me pese me ne ya hwefo di komo bi fa no prostate ho berima bebre no a ana ndei o prostate glands no ewuhunu aye inflamed and in teacher say moawa be mu hawa be mu erinti adwuma o say prostate gland no eye no entumi enye enti no ha na to the level bi ebedru no ebeye cancerous ebe prostate cancer enti tenie ye ka say prostate cancer kro no be bisa say de nya be ba tie prostate cancer no there are some abnormal cells bia eno no etumi enyini prostate gland no emu chemiye pa eye medical terms ana make a kire we prostate cancer no eye abnormal cells bia yentumi uncontrol no so uncontrolled yentumi uncontrol no ene asoso no so saa ene waje hini ebenyini prostate glands nim prostate glands no adwuma eye produce prostatic fluid tenie produce prostatic fluid fluid no so etumi aboa na nourish friends and semen unu obedi ehia ade ba ko friend semen no na nya sperm a na mom ensuo bi di nka ba obema na no fo obema na no oba no so obi eno na masabi se wutomu a ade no ekoyie pa na sasabi mpreduasa wo prostatic fluid no se emo be mu a eno na etumi kwa ha prostate gland no ama no tumi ewuhuru kese a edwuma wo se sebi producer oberma ne ye na wo prostate na nei eno so tumi produce fluid no sebi entuma ye na dwuma a eno de cancer no de bra wo esase e ko school ntima me reading no mabako menu bi nkira wo me wi na ma kira oduro we edwuma betumi ayade aboa wo na esi prostate cancer, prostate enlargement. Esia no kra. Many catch say uncontrolled abnormal cells be until they catch no for 2 mama say uncontrolled. Want to me uncontrolled no. It is our person who control cells na embe abnormal. Oh prostate gland no more. E dey na wo say wo ye. Me but my assignment for 2 mama be ya no e dey amount. Into no make us say the functions of the prostate gland na they can or say it produces prostatic fluid and medicaboso and prostatic fluid something milky slightly and as alkaline fluid that mixes with the sperm from the testicles and fluid from the seminal vesicles to form semen into anono ya ade ba ko a me ready enkrata so ntimesraw but medical catch say enye hwekra no the prostatic fluid adwuma and na the semen prostate gland nim. Number 2, it aids in reproduction. It is just say ope awo krampo no a ope awo kran a wo prostate gland na adwuma no a eno no tumi boa na produce the prostatic fluid no eno so ka ho bie na sa awo no pe bia utumi enye bie de twatwo kran no contract during ejaculation and the sabi obema kon ho betumi epeja na epeja ye no no obedi ehia che no me ba cha wo prostate no prostate gland no eno so eye adwuma pa ma me fa krate mfanto na me mre adresu na me ka se me nkyira wo de me ready ye na no medically e kire wo se want to me and control ade enfre no abnormal fluid ya na abnormal cells with Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and the capsules you find aganya me pa chaw ebetumi aba soro wo prostate glands nim na ebe mo prostate glands ehuru a otumi mfa ye biribia akwai se wo dwonso na se me producer wo no tube na da obema nim no wo de won de mia tube no odwonso na eba sen wo se obema mu ya wo ya pa odwonso no kwa na eba piu dwonso kan na se wan kan wana se wo ya dwonso ho omu okwa no kodwonso na moja san wo ne dwonso nim me pa chaw pii wo de no watena ho wan control no and ama that abnormal cells no about prostate gland nim mamoden koja so ko pharmacy shop mu ko herbal shop mu ka chi omo say ope Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and the capsules your friend no again entino wo no dia me bobo so na wo de ni yemfrase enye ne maka yi no me sra wo kopa bi na nom na embo ho ban efemfiri abnormal cells ebenyini ewo prostate gland no emu entino assignment am de ma no yi ano e de ama de mo den kope Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and the capsules again na for protect ho fa bo ho ban si sa abnormal cells no fesi ano kwan enye sana se ba wo system no mu a mepachetie wo betumi de agan e de asovo but de bia na mpese me di no kra kire wo se sanka bottle ba ko ena topa any tight way wo mu no ena ka wo bedom na wo de si ano kwan kra emba de abon ho ban a eno so betumi e prevent yade wo bebre nu a e ba ne se wo ma ho kwan na wo yisu aduro we na se yade no enya ba wo prostate glands no mu a mepachetie awasa otumi to endo no bottle no bebrebe otumi to capsules no bebrebe ena no krasa na make a chewo no obu on so be no 11 na ekọ because obi an the system ba me se wo dem pese me kire on say entwam ade no krampo no endu sa level no ansa no akwakoto bottle ba ko na obe no we na fed doc me cho man no ma me prostate mo ta no te o me ba cho an yitie ebeko but e de bre na ebeko because one born who ban with Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and then capsules e friend agan the momodian na ko be bia say opa agan endu no ebi onuma o de born who ban wa wo so de na nya ba wier me stop pebi na nom onum atoa ba ko na onum capsules ne 30 na hyem no na se na no hu se changes bi e bank krankra to so na nom ohun enjai se o esi me hunu sunsanso bi ntino ni jai da bi to so na nom sansende benema bebre no na se mi producer enam prostate cancer nti ya so mo catheter rubber ya so kokolebu a ya bie catheter so ayi no office ni bebre be all because em se mberema denya prostate no yade no ye benya bi na kanya bone se ka oberama de prostate glands no e kan ye ho na so ahwe so yi ana de amana wuru je de catheter rubber ana beto obema mu ya because ontumi ni oba ni asia ontumi ni oba enda aje se yi rubber na efiri mu ansesabe obu okura do so ka no wonte eno nti catheter no rubber no obedun so abonsa afa kura no ayema pe na ebu afaso oja pe bo se mi producer ne ho asai ayenim guase ye de pasa prostate cancer no eyenim guase ye de pa me pacho bobo de no free doctor e was 0244 718 557 0244 718 557 and 0241 604 702 Semens Vital Herbal Mixture and the capsules Pimsine Company Limited and the Diaba abacha so ko biasa so to drebia for general well-being ebia na wo no tibra mu na ya oya ebia osisi na ya oya waist pain edro we so hwemu a ne indications say the best waist pain product of the year it actually abon but the off label no ebo obere ma say edro hunu ma esuka na otima de what almost by 15-10 minutes per na ube bia start so na ube mama de unya obedi sa na de ne ka kire wo edro e sa na tie me ka no krapa na kire wo it is a wonu mi a mama dia so obere na no pa mienu enimbre mienu anapa mienu enimbre mienu na de obenya match na hwa yo de no aba na ma ba ko aka ho na so so ba no so a obeka che beda mami jana mi nyama azibi mas me kanu kana che do we boy ma fa na ma no ma afre be ebe pemi da endei me me samba ofie me ya osi otumu bi se ano obon sa no say chese unu bi oba chire obon sa unu bi oba chire so sere ne me ye no akone de dem Osia they know where you be apem na be bua ne pa.
Right, yeah that's it you know. Watch maba ASNL agawura. I was say na duane a wodi. This wa wono. You can imagine. Ya ne yere huna mane. You can imagine pa. Ne yere ehuna mane. Za agan ne unsuo no aduane a wodi a. Ene mema ne yere me kafra. Anyway, me pa chawe wiei se ebia na otinka oni padua mu se ene ma nkoyie. Oda na adwo a wontime na. Ohonam etutu. Enso wonya adwumadin bia ye. We be se me nyare enso no empomudin pa de me ni bi. Me pa chawo sansam na me tie na e mabufu kakra because se wo tena ho ama wa wate atenka oni paduam se wa wonyare na enso no wonti apona da so te wo na wonkopa duro nnum a na chese wa na wo ha wo ho adaroma eduru sa stage na eduro no eye kankam bitters baby tonom bitters we die ye de ehahama enubna en20 ena ye de ahya ene ye edipa ntino ewura ni padua no mu a ehuru fin bia da wo ni padua no mu efiri ho ema ni padua ni nya kwa hosan enya hoden ankasa ya sanso de kankam tie stop mixture aba na we no typhoid fever edokrowa odaroma baby tonom na mu a ebe yi typhoid mu wa ni nyina ede efiri mo jamu afei so no malaria fever ene nyadewa nkitenketin bia mu wa nkitenketin de ba nyina no onnom kankam tie stop mixture no ebe yi ni nyina de efiri ho wo bi se bitimi ni di me pa chaw kope kankam tie stop mixture wo bi se ye ka sei chese me tinka pa se ene asojafo na wo mini padua mu ambo me ho ban firi nyadewa hodo ho no wo ma ho oden aba famo enti ni yade bia kowu a ebekrame besrew kope kankam tie stop mixture bi na tonom ebibidro mapa food and drugs authority agia tum se esanya de wa hodo wadaroma wo bi hweme ebi anane de ye koko chese wanum nuro nyina enko wo bi koko nti chese watena ase anu sugar ede na asie efifiri ne tumpo anu nyina otena ase no otena ne toso a wa hwe yi a koko ne be pai ama asai ne hu nyina ene ne wa sugar enye life ro wo yare be pa cho kope kankam ko capsules ni bi achi akwan na be shi koko biara ase kankam ointment wo adwumaden na ede honam yaw ebe wie ni padua no a adaroma enkokọ wiwi niema bia sa keke kope eye kankam ointment ni bi wo de fasra ba bia wo yawo ne wo no ebe twi entini na afa dompemu yawo biara enso de afiri ho ade ebe che no na onto wo yawo bia nipadua no I get back to the normal state wey eye kankam ointment ene kankam nuro no ho adansidie na ye didi a kire wo nuro upa bia to a bomode na borura herbal na drugstore bi ebe wo mu afa itie dodo na wo pe to aton a ya na we pin dia ben pure health clinic wo mo e wo Takoradi aseke ya na Christian Faith Church ene din hwani mu wo mo ben obri lotteries Fred Dr. Kankam no amu e wo homa yi so 0246 710712 eso afa 0274 506976 eso na daroma awia yi so ya tenase digital secretary NPP Takoradi constituency secretary me say papa we di ono no see me call me hunu ba bia me famfa because the national communications team na so kan ho bi o de hwe wa bai I say bia me hunu nti na me ka sa asem no enkomo e bedi wo fie nyina ni nkiremu o de beba nyina no won twero hwe ngu pipa so ye enti no matuni a walking encyclopedia odi bibi kire wa adwen so ewo Ghana amanyo semu a pimbe no obema wonchiremu mapa amo atew ho ase prekope digital secretary Emmanuel Kwabla Tokonu NPP Takoradi constituency secretary digital
Osikani Frimpong
ayema ha
Yamanadum
na eniema mo bokode
Yesu adum Sika yetim komiyade na chede nyame waye bi.
That's right. That's right.
And that's ya na yedoman.
That's right.
You are so wife.
But that's a pa also wife. Blue no come pa come bi kire me. Ai blue no come bi kire me.
Blue dey color me nyaji ho.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Can the sky blue and sea blue.
That's right. We shall so na ma ho wife so come as. Who's that? Color blue no to me wo mu. Na red kakla no white kakra be bata ho de na asem no kra say.
Leadership.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Say party mu ye boko de.
Osika na adom. Wole nim. Ewi abrema min chia osronko.
Meje so.
Menda wase. Na menda wutim so ase da wato nsa wada from. Na min chia oye Ghana fa na wi ase for worship wo efri batani. Menya nku bi owo Düsseldorf. I won't most of the time the time difference no. Summertime no 2 hours. Nti however by 4 o'clock no wa happen ejuma.
Oh, okay.
Nti no happen ejuma 5 mu we bodru fie.
That's right.
6 o'clock nti or you chill potatoes na ira da na the sausage no chede odoration awu program na until obobo 8 6 and why 1 hour nti most of the time o delay by 20-30 minutes and then we drew.
That's right.
To attach also attach or pa.
Wow.
Nti wombo modern no onye yi. Na minchia His Excellency the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. On the one with Eastern region, or Mpuntuo new campaign or record papa na ejidi there. Oya nyamena aduma 31st of January. Ejuma dina waye Ghana funa MPP fo esi ahenfo nyi wana akasa no. Na mkopo no baka wana akuma na watu aba no wada aman. Na wasan with the MPP ameyoku ni ninim na yada ko 2028 election. Wasando yeshe aye nkontompo abana waba oye trouble government as is a experience na wa hwe no aba na wabototo nyame because Ghana for why extremely disappointing. I mean MPP from leadership of the national headquarters at the region na constituencies ni nyina no michia ho sonko.
Okay.
Aba Mishawonsa
Mate mikromu so dendende na enkomo ba ko a me pese ye tifri hotel eye enkwada yom kotro wasi ensohwe and clearly utie eye NDC for narrative om de ba om say afi ene aban ama enkwada no apo straight invigilation apo bia ensu ba bia ntini we eye the true reflection of their performance with regards to whatever that they were taught in the various classrooms.
Okay.
And you know, MPP, time wana MPP tesono. Na opese oye bibi in order to be glorified, say free SHS no produce eniyama pantino. Omo to apo de man koda no na oma biemu na ade na ye ngongu na na koda na kochiro no bia etwa.
Okay.
This is the narrative NDC4 Edenam.
Osika amdo ayira hosam mijide obi abaten biara de nebaro ko school a mo on in the nebaro botuma ko school no we na owie so na wo examination na no ba pass na so do ko nanim na wa ko nanim se o de sebio o ye de ne certificate no obi a o do boto do no da ye adwuma no da ye adwuma nti e ko school na sebio e be fail de oya adibia obi ani wa na nwanche ho nti o ye de na ala abana otidi na abana we twom na yen Ghana fu ni nyina na ye na nwan da de bad result obaba. The last time we yenya the extremely bad result was in 2014
and Urajo Mahama
Abra the current vice president or your minister for education.
Okay.
Yenya mathematics 72% of the candidates will fail. In other words, say for every 100 students our control was in 2014 no 72% 72 of the students will fail maths. Inti beka ya MPP abra na ye campaign de free SHS baba no. Wo ye 2016 manifesto no. E kada ye ba ye bobo modern ye den hihye sonko ye da aba a obama mat adusua no widen wa konenim. Inti ebu de MPP be no obo modern wo ye da men hihye ni nyina ma mat adusua okonenim na wo student no to pass more than me ye botwe no. Ene da na weekend no wasi results are obabon you know extra two main subjects no yeah extremely bad nina so a core subject that is the mathematics and the social studies no or yeah extremely bad na ene da menya akwanya wo ne freedo me ka de na me pede me blame eni yi bia but o de Ghana ban no wotum wo ye no wo ye nhwehwem no wo hu baby kra the madden ofi because English language dama bunny through the Ministry of Education, especially Ghana Education Service. But put away at the mad politics. But you see, sometimes it's extremely painful there. A ban to do ofi the BBI politics. Education are politics because I want to way fairly. People majority one parent majority of them want to have more.
Yeah.
It will fail. It is not about the politics of MPP and NDC. It is about the nation. Into they who are the potia, what course of the math and social studies. Why then? Going to my Ekade Osikani Afrabano, Nestana Dinia. I don't think one hour dinner what the exams no ninia. I don't think that is a fair language. Ofi a whole ministry of education. Ebeka da masam into your I want to pass English in it. I wanna because English results and it is most like today last year na ochire bibi nkoye what to more investigation what interrogate no what one nansido no what to more resolve sure but wale your politics because that has been their stock and trade me bet sure in Sambia Ura Mahama the president of the republic the vice president of the republic Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman the deputy minister for education, Dr. Clementa Park, what kind few years ago, Abrana MPP, what did a lot of intervention programs, what aba, world modern day, more from one to improve one was a result. MPP Bayer more from one walk school, abandoning all the interventions or the bar into what they one my teacher for what your extra classes for schools. Because previously, no, so I mean, Niska, no papa Niska, and to me, extra classes for school.
Yeah.
Into Abani Ben, Aban or Absorbe. MPP Aban or offer them a corner so that every student Obotum, why then, why call them extra classes in because so yeah, you find the English language no worry. What says lesson 1? What extra class was lesson 2? What back class was na lesson 3? It is extra classes in India. Lesson 2 no opportunities here. Because into your extra classes fee. In MPP aban ben or absorb it. Not every child be how ye. The case so that abanish that the 30% of the man school under privileged schools. I will be where BC so that no one when your intervention. No, what they're to groom them from so that ne 3 years education on wasino with 2 more than we bring no 2 more pass no wasi. Shenyama bia akufa do no ye e baasa neti in summer vice president, current vice president, president and deputy minister for you. Also MPP for you them nyama e baasa what's examination support materials. What the man wasi for. I want a student work where wasi. Well, your man structured past questions booklet. Osikani minjini da wali ya wasi ana meme ya wasi ensua past questions
ya kurari ya to wama printing in a booklet form obeto yes
inti aban no ne nyansem no opede every child biala oluko SHS no odo make sure the obobo one madam afro no obawie no be ne final exams no we tum wide no wa pass inti say sikanti uma me ntum nto pass questions more there no aban wa afada maka no wada abo won on edru SHS 3 na abanda odamo so that you know how to answer the examination questions. The third one, extra preparation assistance for WASI candidates. Aban on the year demanding to support the candidates no to more pass because so why them extra preparation na aban to your teacher for na ka mo watch on especially core subjects so that we too because we be the math or some subject or difficult English no social studies so that the more formal we too more pass nete asama President Mahama ana aunt nana 10th September 2020 ne yakoye 2020 election okọ imani Africa one platform na antenna na opoku ajiman. It must also the government goofed by giving past questions.
I see.
What is wrong with abana all of students who are exams are all on past questions? Is it wrong?
It's never wrong.
But now so the then former education minister where head the university wa Ghana indo your vice president also abana the man no ye no onye 2 September 8 2021 president no kaso President Mahama on Moonlight FM also past questions were a misplaced priority and textbooks should have been bought instead.
I see.
President Mahama no can answer me on radio
Moonlight FM our tamale
okay okọ na ose aban only doctor past questions or the my rather than to textbooks why aban that don't to textbooks mama from
auto
so acquire exams na aban wow supply past questions in a structured form so that more from we tum we sua politics inti what's there no again 10th 8 September 2021 10th September 2021 no san osan si dubium there osan condemn the demand na ban ye no or unnecessary
ehun
if aso bi eno do why abe parents na ne baba ka chen there o scar opodo ko to pass question parents no ntoman
obeto
but aban nim there because of funding nti no mo from bebe ontu nko school nti aban ankasa wa aja ato no do no to ode mo hona current president or can there the mad no or you're unnecessary. Osikani 15 July 2021 Clementa Park that time in the
current deputy education minister
also 68 million na ban or spend on past questions or the man I want to walk where wasi what the whole Ghana no and who nim faso principal is there the most support here na ban that the other man wasi student I work where in social no the most support in the man ban we yes you
afi ba ko kranko
I see. So the only conclusion you will draw is that the kind of preparation of what the man mo from ano onyo na abanda don no the mon.
That is the conclusion.
That is the conclusion.
I see.
Apart from that, no abedibium. Because Safrano what Shana did then no way nya butel no one prepare no well. Mo wan kwatro wasina obey den no wa pass. It's always the past question abanda do no oto no ehun nim fa so. Extra classes na ban o me teacher for no woye ma student no na ban otua no esi onye nti the madin ya eyefiwo so mo fama no awon wenya
wona musa
wonemu normal teacher for na so be kire normal 8 hours we say 6 hours no the kire no akoten baby because onyo no no do ye extra classes or the madam mo fama no nti that is the result. It's in maths and a math na social studies obey problem. Why there aban you take pride in publishing there. This is the performance of the children on a wabano. The kind of support out there, them a teacher for, not them a student, no what someone are the and yet who did the pain or don't know the man no a kid win here. It's a cheddar a pedal resort, bad resort, naked there, damanotsi. But you have abandoned responsibility to boy students in the work school 3 years, no your final exams, no pass. Na your parent no ba oba or local school no here support for extra extra classes na there and farm and at the end of the day we fail. Osika ebisa won so dey nim there student award register examination no mo 5,000 drawer
2025 in Sohwen
5,000. Another 5,000 went to one register because abano registration fee na akufo offer no. Abano
buy no.
Which the 5,000 students went to one register. People don't
common in chirim.
It's Oscar say where the problem lies are. These are part of the problems. Because Aban renege on some of the responsibilities and now the previous government will take it upon itself not to support teachers and students so that they can pass their final exams. Them supporting in them many into what you man now your parents then take extra efforts in making sure that I'm will prepare well for Wasia, then prepare the Obifil.
Okay, and you know what is the current state of Akufo-Addo's free SHS? I don't think maybe Sasa said Dr. Kwabena Bimpetando or a former Deputy Director General Ghana Education Service was saying there are indications that the free SHS program could possibly end by 2026 under the current government.
Because on American, you see, Ada wali yeni nyina or today awuba na man responsibility na tools are there somebody ye adwuma no e starving into wentu mu anya na esafra no onisuban ada wodre ye opeda wode ye free SHS ani opeda what show the free SHS no why are there aban because it is free no a lot of the students win the opportunity from BEC wobeshim no wobeshim no aban no so free there what do it will be use any possible means now the cut off points no waba so that only few no will to work and this is adama there will be street children it will increase Ebekaya from 2017 September 1 year free SHS in a street vending or sadolukufum entire home from all.
That's right.
Again, free SHS Babano Ghana the Northern Enclave because of the best reader or horses coming from time no. So I want to qualify although when your placement or secondary schools no 11% won't go. Ever southern part na 35% na no won't go school. When you qualify you out of school when your placement be biano 35% won't go. And Akufo-Addo na bana won feed most of the problem no funding sika unko funtu menti no the free SHS be first time what the free SHS be no the Northern Enclave and first no 11% want to munko no Northern Enclave nechi or reduce about 3%.
There's a man for nya ko
Eba Southern Enclave or reduce it first year no or reduce it from 35% to 14%. And the following year 2018-2019 academic year no woro kono okwaya ama aban hu de no classrooms na na the furniture dormitories na ade no oda aban otumi emergency intervention. So free SHS is only financial burden and no ho na aban pedo oyifiwo no the say no the inclusivity obama imbesiafo wotum wako school more To the extent that we free SHS for 5 years. No, young girls were more secondary schools than boys.
Yeah.
Nte ya bana eba the man di enfenya politics, you sustain it and improve upon it. There mo from na we free woko secondary school no what do final year or that ban em when you teachers won when you headmaster for so that they can prepare the children very well for the examination. It is not about that prepare obi a o chere akufo ado no na ban no exams no what they apply abroad the copy
sa no mo ka
and still me did be fail nti I want to fail no I want to am on apwa
ya mi so wo man kotena classroom ho
so akufado I want to know why exam mathematics no 100%. No, English 100%. Still some of them fail.
Yeah.
But it is because we prepare one nti I want to know why you serious no obey then obey because work for extra classes obi aboko. See Oscar the more I me feel there look this government they should be humble, put in place an independent body to do no 1J especially 1J transcripts of especially math and social studies from the WAEC. No boom, what is the real problem? Is it that ibinu no want to kankana na want to question answer because say English performance, English language performance or you better than math or there's question mark. Because math it is about you reading to understand and apply the application thereof or the formula thereof. It is a way to when you're good grade for English, some math no the application on 1,000 another. So for me, they will need to delve in. Now, math me who the former Ghana Education Service Director General Dr. Opuku Amankwa and when now work kasa is good. They should speak. Where the problem lies. Okay. But to me can chairman there, matter there will be the education watch one Kofi or sales a Kofi Abedabedeno. Also the result is partly to be blamed. Double track is partly to be blamed. So really. You see, sometimes when you telling you but no one can just to ridicule some interventions. Double track is an intervention policy. Double track is an intervention policy. As sometimes teachers also want allowance. When kita kumapa, when allowance be na dey and farm 1 year, on also worry chada or your problem. So for me, let who has sit and paying for all education or share in the Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education, and other independent body. One share, no one scrutinize, no one why. Because even since you promote the previous government promoted STEM, science, technology, English, and mathematics. At least, why do you maybe? So for me, math performance, I work with 56% no pass it. We feel the other way from me. I don't go for enough deck more. It will be very difficult to get any public.
At this point, should we shift the blame on the head of the current education minister because he should have known better? Say, interventions here
exactly exactly because every responsible government, every responsible father or parent is to make sure you prepare your child well to pass an exams. So I'm preparing ye. So the intervention in na benetrum na the immediate result them of the only conclusion you draw is that why didn't you give them all these support? Those support does not include providing them answers and questions on the exams now is to guide the previous examination is to provide those questions so that Nipakono were guiding in how to answer questions.
So it will serve as a guide. Exactly.
Oscar, from 1981, from 1981 the 90s, all the WASI examination, mathematics, I have to solve it. English, I have to solve it. Economics, I have to solve it. So Afro baby because on them this is a free SHS number from why be no government want to intervene so government say me use 68 million now my questions now madam SHS 3 students work where was so that they can prepare SAE the intervention no you know about them no one farm or better than from what questions will be some examination answer I want to work law school don't they answer past questions
they do.
So is it wrong? I want to why a medicine when university don't they answer past questions?
That they get in any case examination beyond why you did new questions ever. Repeated questions.
Repeated no. Once on what track in a kakra.
Yes.
One more track no. Once a couple for no answer figures no.
See,
kakra reflections are the same thing. The application is the same. The only thing is that ABR reflections no instead of ABR 2x plus 3 no I can 4x plus.
That is it.
Then we changing. That's all.
You see, question for from beyond this syllabus mu ayen kro ho exam as at now.
It's the same thing. It's it's a guide. Other money pakun there. This are ankwaya mock. And you know where mock. I am mock a bed in who there examination. The the answer is this is how you shade it. Or there quite no mark. Then you present it. No what they you know what the sheet know what the draw mark you know what the draw. No I had a man in shading ye. Me shading in pool on papa and I that is a guide. Preparation. You know. Until I go for no what preparatory for the SHS 3 for no. But this government it was all intervention. This government we're training in name.
I see.
Obviously these are the kind of results obeyed in Ebenya.
Okay,
the results.
All right. My homra na yeba body ra eye enkomo fufuru mu. Me sa enkomo we manage ho pa. Eye na me pese ye a comparative analysis. Last year by this time, and a second na ka 5 days am yakoto aba mboa. Na e NDC for the namu eniama bo te say say wo mutimi ye propaganda no ama communicators I assign you to radio and TV stations na kwa na kwabra ni kita kosua crate kwabra ni kita dokono kwabra ni kita akoko live ayenkum no what they call studio e dey akọ build the point say akufo ado aban e ya ban bone wa ma niam bo ayedin ndire yasesem ne fa mob afisese na niam abo under akufo ado na te say emprempren so eniama bo under there was say watimiama eye inflation agina single digit watimiama cedi e appreciate no say na eniama bo etie ye de no wia na fei aredan kwa kufu ade ne baomia aban akwan ahodo a wo mu kai wo mamu ase ansa na wo mu fura ban mu ne wo man wia emprempren contractors egusu a wo mu eto adwuma ne so no NDC for the nam say President John Dramani Mahama ni swadi hunu na obaye we twa kwan pa nam say hey pom parking kan e kwa bani abese records no street ye basisi a enko ba bia the President John Dramani Mahama ni swadi hunu na obaye
victory sir. So you really not your swatch. You know victory garlic mixture no. You go thing. Hey, and your victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration. Victory. Edu papa nye victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen ndi me mafro sane ye. Me nya victory garlic no. Ene me ho atome.
Amra bi atwam no. Na me say na so sesia me nya victory garlic mixture no me ho sisi me ho so
and let's celebrate
da onya fie dum yi no appeal any oba o ma no for entimi mfasa adro yi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom
some 7 minutes gone past the hour 5 Western Diamond Television. Oman Mpuntuo Jumedie eso na abusuan uwe. Emmanuel Kwabla Tokono NPP Takoradi Constituency Secretary. Ono na ye no edi enkomo fidua mu ase enne anwumre digital. Last year by this time ukọ edwa so a enkomo ana wo ho ni enie. Yese eniema boɔ ɛden ne titiriw aduane ɛboɔ wɔn se na da nkɔ akufu ado ama aduane boɔ ayɛ den ɛne yɛ wobɛhwɛ social media ne so no na NDC fo akɔtwa moko yɛsie moko yɛboa moko kakra bi no ma krase we 10 cedi ntos we 50 cedis nyadoa we na wɔn attribute sɛ ada nkɔ akufu ado ntoto nneɛma yie wa sɛ economy na ma enei enuane ana kyese mmere bi abese no kokra no uduru dwam na woni ska kra do a yetimi de bi kyewo no enne ebo no apagya kosoro afemu nie emprempren sa niama no nyina bo ete say under quote and unquote aban papa under near or say wetimi ama inflation ejina single digit under the or say wama cedi no I appreciate against the dollar. Digital. The narrative in here the way.
Oscar Medas. And first mobile abado. There from time to time no. I try then you Ghana forbid the monko mono. Often abandoned on economic record. Na baby or the economy ni budria or ye aban fufro abafa or droko. But yen to mean did the monko without putting the context right. As at 2024, na ye fee. Or a world economic and trade crunch and you recover from.
Yeah.
Because as at December 2022 and January 2022, there was single digit inflation. By December 2022, within 1 year, they move from 9.8% inflation to 53% inflation. Oscar, now world trade imbalances and why huge to the extent that freight and now $3,000 I buy for 40-feet container from Europe and Ghana and I buy for 40-feet container from Guangzhou or China. Never buy Accra, Tema, another Takoradi and $4,500. It's really $8,900. A baby on $12,000. Until them inflationary Ghana no imported inflation. Fuel prices across the globe they have nothing to do than to increase inflation fuel prices. They build up or my rent no or depreciate hugely. On my importation of goods no and as a country use on daily basis you import into onyama economy no world imbalance is not huge the man effect no baba into by December 2022 in na inflationary rate of 54 na yen economy no was in a very deep crisis. Now so abano led by Kenofurata put in place all the necessary measures into bohu there by February 2024 na IMF was it ye be wie afeno with an inflationary rate of about 24%. Now going forward by 2025 December, no, you able to me I hit single digit inflation of 8%.
That's right, precisely so.
February 2024.
Yeah.
IMF kade measures na do danko akufado na ban. Kenofurata no finance minister ordered the minister na to ansana or step down as finance minister ma Ibrahim Anda will take over. Say by December you baba inflation from that time you baba do 24%. Now you by December 2025 you be hit single digit inflation if you continue the same process now.
America 8%.
Okay, 8%.
That's right.
The IMF they told us.
Yeah.
Up to now, there won't call for you. What's there? 8% now. Yenye sisiano or ye a programmer Kenofurata or share to I na ye do because at that time no I reference the domestic debt exchange program, the international debt exchange program. Paris Club, I want to hear one call to the France, Germany, or England, and now United Kingdom, and now China, the Mekoni nano, Nekenofrata will renegotiate the Mekono. As a result of that, by October, the first tranche of debt forgiveness to the Republic of Ghana now about $4.5 billion. Into Nebohu there, and one now 2022-2023, Kenoforiata went to the bond, domestic debt exchange bond now for what the first tranche Kenoforiata Utie in October.
Yeah.
And now Ibrahim Anta Utie in October 2024. January was saying President Mahama Nana was an utia the second tranche. Since we are saying another two. Why? Because debt service na sisi ya no. Because of the mention share no, debt service no. Or the miss can no dey to your bond no. Nti yen e kawa ye di nyina no almost about 8 billion because of Kenoforiata the mekoni na wada chain. Furiata ni share no wada chain into ode ye. Into going forward now, abandon society ban. They were only following on the program and not Kenoforiata in MPP aban why at war. But of course, I want to why aban what tricky be. Ibini oya exchange rate. What ban about to exchange rate of 14%, 14 cedis into $1. Since I'm say officially it is around almost 11.912. But a pebiata a benyan 13.
Yeah.
Why? Over the past, but Manso make them statement. Let me make this. By time Akufo-Addo hand over, no, he handed over an economy of GDP of 1 trillion Ghana cedis. Akufo-Addo bought 297 billion. Akufo-Addo 8 years around the economy ni wie no. He handed over an GDP of business 1 trillion Ghana cedis. He grew the economy almost about 4 times. Orokono oja $8.9 billion 4 months foreign reserve. That is 4 months of import cover, the highest in the Fourth Republic of any existing government.
Yeah.
8.9 billion, the highest in the Fourth Republic. Abanibilo kwa weja foreign reserve of 4 months of import cover. So economy no grow at 5.7%. The question is that prices, yes, dollar was 14, but prices Kenke was averagely sold at 5 cedis. Today, dollar is around 11-12, but Kenke is being sold at 7 cedis.
Why?
That is it. In there, many workers say few weeks ago, and I got a brother Kokoa now end this for the year, the day in 2024. Meanwhile, no one more when him the brother Kokono or your seasonal product. Now, some of their politics. Make it in there, the ambassador and other Caribbean ambani way you know, KKD, opposite buyer. Out there, once man chef don't go to buyer 60 cities on to be that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
that's in 2024.
2024. Meanwhile, I ain't that buyer or a seasonal or do dry seasonal buyer no waiting. Because one stock fresh one, more dryer, buyer or dryer or strange into no waiting. Buyer but fresh. As I'm you can say buyer but fresh. You be entered February no buyer no hiding. But no one do your politics because we feed the ahochine no aba no we push the madin wodugum. Dollar year 14 na cement 42R no 80 cedis.
Yeah.
Why is it that dollar aba 11 cedis so cement why rather we increase to 120 cedis. Almost 45 cedis extra. What is the cause? It tells you until Abanobo continue the various reforms and now Akufo-Addo Aban worry here after COVID economic crunch, they will have to continue. But politics into Oscar 1 year. Since almost everything.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's the dollar? So this government over the past 11 months to 12 months, I did be what kind of dollar, yama dollar before but they are unable to tell you why is it that inflation before is a inflation single digit. You cannot attain a single digit inflation in 11 months. You cannot. Ochede obi aye dimension share na ato and they continue. Since one topic or work room on the one tardy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have realized it. Obi has one tardy. Why? Because the intervention ananka ban oye no odiskade ye no one fine ye the misikano we use no 8 billion from the Bank of Ghana. No, they intervene in the forex, see the dollar no. But economics, Oscar, at the end of the day, economics are a balance. How you are able to track the system and make the necessary intervention so that one side on canabebri. Sister, what's one target? Why? Because abani bisubo to market there more $8 billion dollars or why? But the 4 billion, the both you are contractors na adeka. Maybe I'm the 4 billion that support the dollar. So that constructional work no wakodo because a whole workforce in a beneficiary in the chain of a human warrior or dozen. Because say treasures more accountam, a track contractors no warrior kaswa winiba kwano, a triano warrior of anko a ya. I want to work with iron rod, cement, and here all a mobile quarry. Into Nina and Juman or stimulate economy. But Abani Ben, why are you offending sterilization? Sika work economy no watching. More than the best one farm by paying contractors. And this is a bone there. Abani last week was the last 2 years I went to a teacher for an allowance. The same one way. What's this? I claim why? Because ni na no or that ban no tria no the use no the stimulate economy no. When tria and in the Peace Council for world complainer, what's the government budgeted 5 million for the operation, but we're more than 2.3 2.4 in Ghana. Less than 50% went to them into Wobeda why you no. The same thing. Women's banking. When him there mesafu nim there aban baba mo ni sika mo wada ye adwuma we propose 50 million office in 1 year not a single cedi of the 50 million was utilized. Abanaka there or the 13.18 billion or the best big push o we as no can case lot of us doctor us we release we release one mpo Aqua Parliament in Oslo, what the certificate aba into banana wire then was certified them certificate no why payment into over the last week in which you are less than 50% of that money. So obviously as staff economy no in time and no buy it into aqua efa when they dream here. Shops are what do market sector I want to adina. What are the cry? Why you careful will be discount will be able to view.
Yeah.
Into the economic stimulation or that can ban or the 8 billion part of the 8 billion or the yen one fine yeah.
And chese mi friko compare me buy we. Kano. Engine mount. And engine seat. And a gearbox seat. Last time one maybe sabi in 2024. Now ba ku bia 300 cedis.
Yeah.
And ne because beside bi no. One say 550.
Yeah.
And I'm say that time no kura na dollar na ejina 14 no. Na 300.
Yeah.
And ne nyame ncha de ya say aban papa ba. Dollar na by 11. Don't say na ade no bo kosoro sa.
Fantastic. Ekede President Mahama in the run up to the 2024 election, Ekede at one of his rally Oje no phone. Ina I started all can taxes are what you report.
That's right. Mekai.
Ekaya. The makai de tax on gote duty gote 54,000. It is too much. Can you believe the President Mahama Bado 1 year up to today Dama taxes no kenny na wada wonje report wa.
Omoje. Onyi ba ko pempom free.
Akupo ni wo ye fi ono. We ye fi no.
De betimi aka say o ma ye fi COVID levy no.
Enu point start here.
Next year.
Next year from January. In the best start.
Ayo.
And COVID levy no how many percent?
That is 1%.
1%?
Yeah.
So it is not, it's insignificant. Insignificant. It's propaganda na no. They are now facing the reality. That is why in there, I want to say one supporters. 24-hour economy and working as if the entirety of the Mahama government is hinged on the 24 hours. Whilst presidential spokespersons Nana ya jantuan wale kada wa prepare document what the sikabeshem where they no the majority leader in parliament or the majority leader who is in charge of government business in parliament in there. If the Ghanaian people are expecting there ban the document to be by parliament no we sikabi they would by 24 hours and no bianco wada no onsi
yeah meti and I was shocked.
Meanwhile presidential spokespersons to be frank, even the vice president of the Republic of Ghana only yesterday she was speaking about it.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of strides in the 24-hour economy. Then I asked myself, but what is this? But you see, when you run a campaign on propaganda, you cannot do same when you are running a government. Because when I run a government, the checks and balances is higher. The responsibility is higher. Into the CCR, at the end of the day, CCR, President Oman Mpuntuo 24 hours economy ni biom.
Well, Johnny free.
We couldn't.
Those when him the obeka.
Only man some be allow obeka biom.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard Guzitano speak?
Ache.
Who is the director and the presidential leader in the 24-hour economy?
No.
Okasa bioma. No, Mpuntuo nkasa because the fund na other what them want. Only ho.
Last time Okasa time I know more launch 24-hour economy. I think 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah. It's Nyamana other aban or this sika obe stimulate economy no. Aban wanye demand no osika. That is why the economy is dry. This year we had a good raining season. In this year but kroma ada food staffer and other vegetable sisiala no ho akwatwe kakra ye onions. Ebonu de ake onions no akese na mba Equa desert no da or a more cold, drier. Onions no on travel mba. I want to banana will do onions for. Into most of the big onions no omba. Into Ghana dinner and no onano wotu moton. Say per big onions are if no use. I want to why you watch it the banana no we use because we don't jack akasa obama no way too. It will be our $1 before mintino or there the banana bone or before no. The necessary interventions all the way and there question agric ministry sika wo twa no 2025 next the real sika what the one all the interventions zero all the interventions akukwan kete what is the outcome where is the akukwan kete
was that policy in any direction?
That is the point.
That
is the point. And there Ministry of Communication somewhere in July will launch or 100,000 or 1 million codes. Mo work at the first day will be a portal.
Amount for 10,000.
To be frank, out of the 100 million or so 120 million Ghana cedis were dedicated for the man. Only 21% of the money was acquired. Into they only use it to build the infrastructure, the offices. I want to order what you want. No. No. Only so economy now no. It is because the highest spender in the economy, that is the government of Ghana, unspent. But now I'm a catcher there. Say you put the President Mahama. Do baby economy no why in year after October you boom. Sisiano because the economy no on tumpon. Because about 5.7, so about 5.7 umpu. Ne the bay 30%. Stimulating more. The mana a bank chrono all yana. The balance, in my candid opinion or in my humble opinion, abandon 8 billion and the best share forex stabilization for 3 billion for question how into a bottom anka 14 or baba 13.5 13 no sure na den no na target manufacturing
construction
production industry sector, productive sector no na focus ho na youth unemployment no we too widen we uplift onity in the Ghana National Development Planning Commission what you investigating and now what you investigation war or yeah one district one factory no they came out President Mama 9.0 they came out with a year report the aban yentemne for sika kwese one district one F because when would they create a lot of employment but what are we doing? We are rather pumping money to stabilize the dollar and all the cedi. A stabilized cedi, so it is at the detriment of the industrial sector. That is the manufacturing. Because I want to work creative, you ma. Nti bon de case are to fortune. Nanka sane a year or year no. Ne budget to be read you know. Industry wakufum. Quarry and construction wakufum. The only sector that is growing is the service mining. The service sector. Mining and service sector. That's all. It's Obiabosu. How many people are in the mining sector? President Mahama Kacha 4 million. Yeah, fine. They can be enjoying that. What about the rest of the population? That is where the problem is. Oscar.
Because what do you? What's impossible?
Because what catch on there is poor price wabefum. Inka fuel price abefum. Inka dollar why you know inko be. Menyul kasi. Enimde over the past 6 weeks continuous. The Chinese government, after identifying their manufacturing olukofum, and when manufacturing is going down or real unemployment is coming to happen.
That is it.
In matter way, the only policy one central bank we devalue one's currency, no. We devalue now, not the cost of production. Why then? Why before so that they can produce more and maintain the workers and employ more. Since I am mommy eskano. Instead of that, can you maintain 14 and an intervention no Mwaye or dan kwa 20-30% no. Akwaye almost 35% intervention using $8 billion. Na aye da madana abade no obe no ho boko so. Oye gutafo no. I want to we import nyama no. They are benefiting now. How many people? So I mean, more contract the quarter sanitary pad, 12 million packs for China, bra. Is it necessary to employ somebody? Exactly.
Which is a big problem.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
But you have used 292 million in 2025 budget to import 12 million packs of sanitary pad for girl child in school. 2026 you have repeated same 292 times 2 584 million, more than $500 million Ghana cedis.
Now
that call sanitary pad payment. If we are there abandoned down you see only 68 million. No the top past questions no what the boy students no what passing. You don't know what is the meaning of that. That's on here. If we are why a zipline drone delivery system I feel or save the Northern Enclave where NDC won't vote no the voter Western North, one of the most deplorable regions in Ghana in terms of road network.
I'm glad I'm
one of the deplorable regions in Ghana because of the road network. Now so enya bana obdo otria 170 million what am I supplying so that the facility can continue to work for the people at those disadvantaged regions. Also Oniska now so when you sika 584 million or that sanitary pad from China. A sanitary pad is on your papo into profit or you more than 50%. Then the pack no de gunu kutokum obey den economy na. Meanwhile 1D1F factories companies will apply for tax rebate exemptions abani so niska Aban also nisco. Now when you the miska no or the mountain. Aban will save lives across the country. As there, Zipline what the fly condom, what the fly books questionnaires.
Exam papers.
Now exam paper no one idea.
Ya Ghana for dia.
Nti one na odokwe. Anya Ghana aban na odokwe ya. Nti oye den na ebe gina da maade no do. Na be ka kire nde oye Zipline no boye den. Say facility be treating nkofo. Oscar, why am I bolo? Ada system all bring a lot of changes in the life of our mothers. People are winning a snake bite. And care they ran up to 2024 election. NDC chairman be I was work campaign about Tankan.
Yeah, and Rakrame can ask him. I think from planes, Central from planes.
Is it not drone delivery? You know what
down was it? Oh, Dr. Elijah would buy me. Come campaign at Tiao. No, what coming? Or what coming? So, wow, drone no the buy and 1 day a year anti venom. At the Abremia, the Awamia Menyankwa.
Now, see, now, so in your banner, or say 170 no or doors to do.
No boarding.
I mean, a Abana can be a dinumpa minimum. Mini problem. But don't do mama actions and share up there and say I don't know. Because I mean, if in all humility, some health minister, the first question may be someone there. Okay, me too. Daddy no be because 170 million is not a chicken feed.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money. But the first principle is that the facility is saving lives, and we have to save the lives. I can call the company. No, my catch on. Look, you people have been in this country since 2018. That is 7 years going to 8 years. This has been the charges. Please, after benefiting for these 7-8 years, can we talk or have a discussion so that you can reduce the price because you have benefited? No one judge or one can do you better do it at some 10% and 15%. Now Abaroson can one to buy 32%. No one negotiator. What's in the mind of the government? They are looking for an alternative.
Yeah.
You understand me? So that any alternative, then you can negotiate big for reduction. But at no Mwedi commission 3 sites. So how will Damu Kofono open your Damu support so that emergency I want to walk I want your blood emergency I want a botana account I want a bodoma account rabies in Drew obey then win an emergency.
One more a man for who and there Yan is a okay sign cleven that 2 about this you. We are no much shaggy. And Obi Oman Obi Oya majority leader in parliament coming from a poor area like Boko who are the whole year ontum nkonu kromo the whole year ontum nkonu kromo oni ma dim Paul kodo ho otum okwe Harvard University Osikani ebotum akoye 2 weeks course obaka cho the $85,000 2 weeks nzo timi kokoye
nzo otum koye wada adelu tua oman lutua ka ona wetum we treat nkofa
o se dey
es de no boyedin
ndi entwam
nti wontwam na kadama asemia na wo abasam na abadina pede
majority leader
of the Republic of Ghana in Ghana's parliament. This is your thinking. Na me there e work there watu aba ma e parliament eledwen most mo man bo tumpo no na eledwen most mo ba ma sebio ehiafo awon wo deprived areas wo benya access to good health care wo benya access to good drinking water. Now, any alternative, you have not even negotiated for a downward price. As you want to, no what to ma? I would depend when you are. But one thing that I conclude is that these people, their wives and children, their immediate family, they are all living luxury to the extent that work a rate. What the one hospital, Papa, but the poor cocoa farmer in the Western North. Now, I am one day the Minister for Health of the Western North, Drabuso, Drabuso. Some of the poorest areas, and you do this to yourselves. Obey then economy no wakunini.
Okay.
Joska, so question el bisano. economy na onkodo na nkofu fi de anka aban foforo aba nyama botum akodo na na yina de no sika no color woman there. The government has not been prudent in certain areas, especially using 8 billion just to intervene in the forex. For me, it was economically unwise.
All right, thank you so much, Digital Secretary. Ebi mo shase your propaganda bia me pese a setting records ni street. Na do efra ba mu na 2 major construction works across Ghana has seen. Nedi kan Ofanko to Insawam road project. It was started in 2022. 342 million Ghana cedi, 16.7 kilometers road. And I see videos been in social media. One more President John Mahama Abaso say or buy no Sagana. And I'm saying really. Another Chainsuwa, another one, Winneba Junction to Kasua dualization road project. A 30-kilometer road, $180 million. Project started last year, 2024. And also, I want something to say. Yaro Wadaroma, Ubetimia Mame videos of these projects are. Now, the current state of these projects are. Anka ebemede we are setting the record straight project imi onu nyina no adedan kwa akufuado na ehyiase and in fact Ofanko to in some dem crowd here wo fra ba mu kraro na I think 68% complete 64% complete good and afa Winneba Junction to Kasua de no so no na and am 43% complete. And you know on your screen right now, you can say Ofanko to Insawam Diano. Way Nanado Kono. Ne 64, maybe 64% complete.
Yeah, sure.
Good. And nay, say, Yariana MDC 4 at the credit name Ma Yara John Mahama to send you one on a chas, yeah. What they can project in one. Yeah, Tias ye. And you wish you Winneba Junction to Kasua Ediero. Womu Yepa, the Yen, say, Digital. Let's set the record straight. Some project me I want something to say.
Me de Kruba Kahon, why ye bassa.
Okay.
Or ye Takoradi PTC interchange.
All right.
2. Nase and I Takoradi more to Agunan Quanta.
Okay.
Look, Oscar. Nana and the Danko Akufo-Addo na Banabea. The road network or a big problem. Muhunde President Mahama na ban first one under the green book no. I did propaganda, huge propaganda to deceive the Ghanaian people by thinking that why a road network baby. Ma ekede Akufo-Addo ba banim. Another Akufo-Addo opposition or obey campaign with Western region. Now that time Western and Western North in year one. No, all complain about your road networks. I can't some President Mahama Kechena. Also, Akufo-Addo all your campaign a lot of V8 or him no let that. To a road network. Now so obey na benim no ko be biano. Kasa na nkofo kasa ahemfo. Opinion leaders won't complain and what the benin na the road network or your poor. So after stabilizing his government in Adinya, they took a decision to tackle some of the major road networks in the country. Onena oye Kasua Winneba 2 oye Mankesim. Ofanko 2 in Sawum. Then part of the Eastern Corridor Road and Ashanti, Eastern region, Apeja to I think Suhun to Apeja in a massive Ninano, way and dual carriage to Kumasi. As a result of that, from Accra to Kumasi, now it's about 64% complete. Ana ban odanko what you what no nkofuni ye adwuma kakra na ban odo releases come on will continue when release the miskano. The same thing implies to Winneba Kasua route. And all these roads, Akufo-Addo no ye deliberate. They were the government of Ghana project.
Yeah.
Government of Ghana project. Intino Ghana banutia true or them scan what the agenda 111 or petroleum proceeds only be no would tia. Ban only them companies including Jesmo. And let me tell you. And you bring my mum Abu Kwabin Abado. No mumbo Jesmo construction, one chief executive. Mr. Amona Abado. What did Kwabi no insisted there? Member of Parliament for Takoradi no insisted there. Look, one for Takoradi to Agunan Quanta project redevelopment one for my Jesmo.
Why?
Because we believe there, Jesmo he is the largest construction company in Ghana. A Jumano so our Damokwano do no. Then what can I share foreign investor the process will keep long. But just more our hano obotum why into one for contract and make president bar Western region. Honorable Kobe invited just more Mobisha president to Atlantic. Waka no waka the onyanambra Jubilee. No one shall no one finalize with the Ministry of Roads and Highways. What finalize it no? No waka funding because government of Ghana say or the Ghana government in this kind of route here. True honorable member wakade just more or make all the documents available. Don't go for a facility with Ghana Commercial Bank. The board chairman had to come meet just more where your documentation be beyond what the Ministry of Roads and Highways will approve into just more road na no starting no just one ankasa so no Chinese partners what the back so once just more is waiting for Abia government or your certificate now will wait for government Niska Ghana Commercial Bank will intervene, give him money on monthly basis.
Say no betimi ato adwuma ne so
adwuma no onko jina no adwuma no orokodo because Ghana government impo suggest small construction where your certificate impo it will take about 3 months. And son why a payment into them 3 months and answer obey them payment no Ghana Commercial Bank will intervene so that they can pay their workers some of their fuel in adina way to meet ya na adwuma no why then wakodo into the bone just more or start adwuma onfi road no
adwuma na ekoso I think me faso in October adwuma na ekoso koso
onje adwuma wa construct bridge from the bridge wa construct Ewuseju these were the 2 major bridges no wo kwan no do in Kano Covet no why ni nyina malama fodo about 2 months ago some a year ago mo fodo mudru wayo engineer ni mu no sika no nya sam kakraba but sisia the road is in a good condition efada any problem because the vision of the government then and the vision of the regional minister is that you don't have to travel more than 1 hour 45 minutes and send it to Takwa. Within 1 hour 10 minutes, you should be in Takwa so that when economic activities no then we improve. Now so at the NDC for just more starting on ECOWAS road. The same thing. Council to Winneba on ECOWAS road. Since I was a big push from Takoradi to Cape Coast, on the ECOWAS road. Why should I? Akufo-Addo, you are 64% of Anko to Kumasi road. The various sections are not only in it is 64% complete. Because of political propaganda, what's the world about construct a new expressway? Oscar.
For what reason?
You see, Oscar, look, sometimes I don't know in Tasso. Until abandon in Kano. Now we are concentrating on a new expressway. Oscar, almost about 180 kilometers route or part of Wafa. No one to call. No one to pay, but some tree. No one to enter Ashanti region. The number of the kilometers will be reduced. But Kofu one farm saw as in a bacano. That's some kakraba. It's a compensation obutia.
Jomba abandoned the nanado.
That is what they are anticipating. To the extent that the minister for roads and highways, Agbeja, then the president himself, the last visit to the Ashanti region, or promised one that within 3 years, we now starting early 2026. By 2028 we will our commission. Road a 1 year feasibility studies. 1 year design we. Funding the government of Ghana. 1 year compensation. A catch ram there. At the 3 years, at the base, at the construct 180, 85, 200 kilometers. Abu Minjintum. But Motuma kada aban botuma continue. Why 64% no?
64 years.
Next year no. Na ye wie na kada by 2026 December mpo ye botumi ye wie because adwuma ne kasenara why ye wie.
Yes.
Adwuma ne kasenara why ye wie because construction Oscar the cheapest of all only asphalt on to do. More ye dey no only culverts na bridges no. Only adwuma no no diska no. Concrete no. Oscar bridge adjustment why you are promodo na e will say you know. Only bridge kakrabo.
Yeah.
Huge one. On your bridge, 25 mm iron rod from down with the mid now by 3. No wash space or woman short spaces. Almost about 25 centimeters. Short spaces. No why yeah, iron rod 25 mm. And you do know the number of tons will be used from down what the borders book war and some wash concrete. Eye filling no e be 15 meters. Eye 15 meters or there compact 50 meters be or there compact. Onye adwuma kakraba. Onu no diska. Inti the bomu the way road no wole ye culvert na yi na ada. Ehwe na passengers na motorists will complain. I have a road no wole because for them the road construction is about asphalt. But asphalt is the one of the last process. Road be or that test soil no all going because baby where insu or there a dig na the borders gum as na the feeling kakre gudo e the mbaba 040 de gudo
na compact
so base no if you get it wrong
e need 3 years
e won na ansia interchange na ase from baby ma just more on start at the bar shopping mall ne junction no do wo Jubilee ho no e won na say Kings Park wo blocking road no wo year repair work why because the weight of the trucks are what the buffer do no them asphalt no here no one into do repair works because repair works na me catch am yanku bi there it is because Ministry of Roads and Highway through the highways Ghana Highway Authority wa be inspect into ebia wa prepare the certificate wo catch all repair no and so why payment amen so ska for me nyama bi wo ho you dey hear politics governance is continuous yes you can fix one or two things but ade bi o see enyodo how can you tell me and any other reasonable Ghanaian there Melia road dual carriage from Accra to Kumasi no why 64% abanfo for ba us there 64% you know oyi maybe be a new expressway oh really really and even one mark road from Takoradi to Shama Junction and going I will be them big push no good oh do you know the kind of demolition that will go on
demolition there because who
if you come from enimda Hantaman Rural Bank Hantaman Bank down obobuna
Fija Hospital krom bebunu
obobuna
Fija Hospital anopena my wife for kanam zibuwe e ka bafie
and all this the compensation Oscar the compensation if you come a mosque na I don't know hon Oscar onya sam kakrabo
yeah
and government ebe catch am there e de dama de say catch am there e de 3 years e be yewia madriam there pede dadam but it is a good thing and a lot of sensitization have to go on menjin dimpo there why traffic impact assessment and other independent body know you no what did them report no other the mad in your way feasibility studies ni na what the tour expressway was why I Accra to Kumasi 1 year feasibility studies 1 year traffic impact assessment funding was a GOG is it 100% funding and and it will cost more.
But one more the credit, you know, Pokwas kinds of fan call to Nsawam Kwano credit, you know. Obama President John Mahama. What is that?
Oscar, propaganda. The truth is that there is no major policy Abani Bay over the past year and 12 months. We implement successfully. Ubutum we jina do what I can some. So continue to now why you were Pokwas what they know or what did you do kakra because Ubi said there. After 7th of January 2026. The Ghanaian people will start demanding what the government of John Dramani Mahama has done in 2025. In order to apportion some of the development and all koda obotu I don't know. Oye, hwe Akufo-Addo obotu University of Ghana Medical Center. Na President Mahama we sit down the only employee and all a watchman. It was commissioned on the 5th of January 2017. 2 days to handing over. That was the first phase. Akufo-Addo Bay, he operationalized the University of Ghana Medical Center. No Sanko Jessica or the year.
Phase 2.
Phase 2, which was larger than
Phase 1.
Phase 1. Akufo-Addo Ojetono de ono no ye. Ono start here. No. No, never. Wanja Antono don't know ye. Akufo-Addo but today President Mahama why terminal 3 31st phase of 37%. My President Mahama commission 37%. Oh yeah. Akufo-Addo but continue or complete at the Akufo-Addo look at there.
Oh no yeah.
No. Because at Amos but to the President Kufuor N1 highway.
That's right.
The Millennium Challenge authorities can George Walker Bush. I'm a President Kufuor them road water to George Walker Bush highway. What the Magana ban President Kufuor no started at the time no I want to wall pass what on the cars or Achimota overhead no do what on the cars what two on you now as a result of what two about the TMPP.
Yeah.
And I would tell another Danko Akufo-Addo at Amos Bay will completely a kid at Amos Mpuntuo or invite President Kufuor in commission that road.
Yeah. Okay.
One jam one do.
Yeah.
So a pede juma on ya when start a company scan in ade na pede beji bold Ghana for they will expose you. You cannot use propaganda to run a government.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. It's Oscar Memo Bianye I mean missing the budget for President Mahama 2026 budget or your vindication budget for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Nyeme bebre a working. Untumi nye.
Want to be 101.3.
Nti say ade papa bi wo ho Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo mo ye ya. Opede wo ye smear campaign no what the say no. Osika medase there to answer from.
Digital secretary yenso yedase busua. Yere nkomo ni nyina no besi ase. Na everse mo fanti ntimi amfa calls because enkomo no de ye di no ese fatase ye gibre na ye di sa nkomo no nyina yenim se wo a wo hwe wo fie nso no nkomo na edi ye no wanya ho entiase ye prekope etino ma ye nam ase ya me adom a okina ye kɔ no ye be try se ye be fa calls na fi ya je mo nso adwenkyere ewo nkitahudi a ye di ye nyina no emu yena Emmanuel Kwabla Tokono as a NPP Takoradi constituency secretary na yene no edi nkomo yena production team na say Michael Yaro Samuel Dingo thank you so much mana prek me da say Ochemaba AS Angel shadow producer thank you Midindi Osikani Frimpong Manso ye me emuso no ene na programs ahodo aka nyina nso etimi atoa so programs ahodo aka nyina nso etimi atoa so ewo ahasi na de aka nyina ne se ohia onu asrekye na chia no nipa nsahwe enche na nipa dia mia 6 feet e adakatia dum bidum ye ne a ochina ebehia na yatimi atoa so but ye kɔ no honorable Minta Kando wadaroma sa eye kukua mu nkitahudi a aban no edi afa zip line ho no currently my hwe han ama 3 centers I shut it down no e koba ba be wie wa bobo anu because abanda dan de ba ko ba eye sehwi oso wow region na Ghana ha nyina ye pe ba bia akwan enye papa eye Western North ye pe ba bia hospitals apapa ni ho a ho kan ho bi ntino yesre when your politics odaroma decision am take no more recent mu decision na mo ma eye zipline no enye adwuma say digital kan ye no say muntimi no mo nya adwuma bie mu a mo mpe a trusted partner abra mo ye we ni nyina na mo apɛ partner nde ato ntino mo wie na mo ye negotiation na mo no so wo mo de ne ye papa na mo ma paaki om no ye makɔ ba we obi amaye wa shut it down eni pa sa centers miensan e save wo lives no sisi an wo mo nyede abusia you can't tell me say 175 million no ebo e din chain sika we kasa ye mfa nkoto pad any amount for nkwa me when na ye a priority of the Mahama led government ye betimi aka no adom ye na ochina inhia ne